Hey everybody, how's it going? If you're new here, welcome. Today we'll be looking at the Redragon UCAL K673 Pro Anime Edition keyboard. They have a Anime Edition line that they have custom artwork and custom printed keycaps. We're going to be checking out that UCAL Pro variant and check out all the upgrades that it comes with, including hi-fi switches, which has a very distinctive sound, which I love the way that sounds because I have one of the other anime keyboards right in front of me. So we're going to be checking that out, seeing what comes in the box, what all the software can do, and see what you get in the box. So sit back, relax, and let's dive in. All right, and here we go. The Redragon UCAL K673 Pro Anime Edition. I know that's a mouthful, but this is a 75% keyboard. You do get the arrow keys and some of the function keys as well, but you don't get the numpad. Some of the details here on the back. And, of course, the look and feel of it. Again, the anime-inspired design across the entire thing. Love this. But, of course, before we get into it, we've got to talk about the tech specs. So let's go ahead and dive into those and see what we have under the hood. And, of course, we'll start off with this as a 81-key keyboard, 75% layout. These are hi-fi linear switches that are custom for Redragon. And, of course, if you want to swap them out, you can because they're hot-swappable. This is, again, a gasket-mounted design along with 5 dampening layers for different types of foam throughout the keyboard. This is a tri-mode connectivity for USB-C, 2.4 wireless, and Bluetooth for 5.0. Now, the keycaps themselves are fully printed with the custom anime design. Weight is supposed to be 1.24 for the entire set. We'll check the keyboard out and see what it weighs here later. And, of course, this will be coming with some north-facing LEDs. And everything for all of it can be configured in the software, which we will also check out here later. And, of course, if you like the video so far, feel free to drop a subscribe, drop a like, drop a comment, all the drops, drop everything. And join us over here. We got a lot more content coming your way, especially through the holiday season. There will be a lot. But, of course, if you have any questions about anything that I don't cover in the video, or if I don't hit something that you would love to know about, I'm happy to answer that down in the comments. And, of course, for anything on the channel, not just here. So just let me know, and I'll check it out and get back to you on that. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get back to the unboxing so we can see what we get. And, of course, first, we do have to get this box open and get into it. We'll go ahead and pop the flaps, and let's go ahead and slide the very nice, very silver box out of here. Love the dragon design right here on the front, but we, of course, got to get into the secondary box. Go ahead and pull the top on that. We have the keyboard sitting right on top in a nice plastic covering. But, of course, we'll have to check that out. But something decided to fall out, and that appears to be the manual and the stickers. We do get a Redragon branded keycap and switch puller. We do get some of those extra switches here in there, just in case some go bad. We have a white right angle with the USB-C on the other end with a USB-A adapter. Love these, because they can be used with pretty much anything. And, of course, those nuggets that fell out, we do have the infamous Redragon stickers if you're running low on those. And the UCAL Pro / UCAL Max manual, which this one is my least favorite. It is a roadmap that folds out. I really wish we could get some booklets here. A little bit of information right up front. We do have a printout of the way the keyboard looks. And then we have the information on how to use the different modes, the OS supported for it, which is basically everything. Connecting to Bluetooth, some special function keys for different systems, the knob functions for volume and media. And then, of course, we also have brightness as well. Flip it over to the back. And we do get it in a different language. So most of the basic stuff, it's in here. It's okay, but not really. I don't... You could have just put it right there. Just cut it, make it a book, make pages. Come on, Redragon team who makes the booklets. Please, do that. But with that pulley out of the way, let's go ahead and get this slid off the top, and look at that. Just that crimson, just deep red that's all over the top here, the knob. And then right here on the back, we have a full back artwork, which looks great, feels good. And of course, if you guys want to screenshot here, if you want to get the exact model, you can. But yeah, their anime designs, you know, as far as anime goes, can be a little lackluster or overly done in some cases, but they're very modest with their designs, but I really do love the way these look. Now on both sides, we do have the knob for changing the little slider for the modes. We have the USB on the other side. And then it sounds really good, which we'll check out the typing test here later so you guys can hear it. But everything feels really nice. It's got the same switches that I quite enjoy and have used on other keyboards already. And we'll go ahead and pop the top here so you guys can see these hi-fi switches. They're black and orange, and I do say they just sound amazing to me. And by the way, these are pre-lubed, so they're going to have an extra smooth feeling to them. Now, of course, over time, you may have to re-lube them, which is a whole nother thing. Ignore the head that just popped into frame. Overreaching a little bit. We'll go ahead and get that A put back on there. But yeah, these switches sound amazing. The colors on this keyboard look great. Now, a little bit special on the stylized pieces for some of them. Not all of them have text on them. But here, we'll go ahead and pull out the extra switches so you guys can see those. They come in this little foam piece, and you get 4 of them. And this will be your backups. So if one goes bad, or if you smash one, whatever you're doing, these will be your backups, and just in case. And they got Redragon right here on top. Right on the bottom, you got the 2 pins. And so we'll go ahead and put these right back in there for safety. And again, just in case you need some extras, they got you covered. Now, next, we're going to go ahead and cover ourselves, and we're going to go into the software. So we're going to see what it can all do, what it has, and everything that you can configure on this. Now, it will show up as either the anime version, or in my case, this is going to show up as the original UCAL in the software. This is what it is. It's the same software, just a different coding, basically, with different switches. So, but the guts are all the same. So we're going to go into the software, and let's see what we can do. All right, we're going to go ahead and start out here and see the software. You can create your profiles. You can import, export, copy, delete them. You can adjust the keycaps to pretty much anything you want, whether if you want to change a letter or change a function, you can do that, and you can change it into a mouse, a different key, multimedia, play, pause, stop, even email, calculator, brightness, a bunch of options. If you have any macros, you can set those. Give different commands to lock the computer, run as, zoom in, zoom out. Some of these are for more office-related items, such as like the save option. And then if you want to do some multi-key combinations for those, you can, if you don't want to set those as a macro. Now here we got the RGB and the different lights and capabilities. You do have the brightness and the colors, which we'll click it around here to show some of the different colors if you want to have them fixed. And then I'm going to go ahead and shut up here, and we're going to go ahead and go through some of these colors really quickly. Now with all the pretty colors out of the way, let's go ahead and check out the macro panel here. So you go ahead and make you a new macro here, and we'll go ahead and use this as a template. You can create folders for them. You can create the different macros themselves. And then once you're ready, you can hit the record at the bottom and then start typing away. And now it can have a predetermined amount of time on the key, or you can have it do it in real time. You can modify the key once you have that done. And then once you're ready, you can just type all these, and you can see the milliseconds are different for all of them. And then once you're done with that, you can go ahead and add that to the keyboard. Now up here in settings, you do have the language, auto run, exit, the tap sensitivity, the sleep time, and of course reset. So once you get all that, it also has the firmware plus the software version. So if there's any updates, you can check that. And that's pretty much most of the things you can do in the software. If you have any questions about it, again, let me know. Next, we're going to go over to the type test. We're going to see how it sounds because I've been talking about it for a minute and see how those custom hi-fi switches that they have sound. All right, now to me, that sounds, just so clicky. You got just a smooth motion all the way down. Those pre-lube switches are great, and it's got such a nice clickety-clack to it. Just one of my favorite sounds from keyboards that I have just as a whole with all of the collection. And if you haven't seen all of the collection, go ahead and go onto the channel and check out some other ones. But to me, these sound great. If you don't like the clickety-clack, it may not be for you. But of course, these are hot swappable, so you could put whatever switches you want. They don't have to be Redragons. They could be any switches on the planet that you want to use as long as they're 3 and 5 pin. But let's go ahead and check out that weight. We saw earlier that it weighed over 1 kilogram, but of course that might be the overall packaging one. So let's go ahead and see how much the keyboard itself weighs, so if you want to travel with it. Of course, we'll go ahead and get the weight and have it turned on here. And just the keyboard alone is 887.5, which the Redragon Gallatin is about the same weight, and it's a 95% keyboard, and this is a 75, and it weighs, actually, I think a little bit more. So this is a heavy keyboard. It does feel very premium, and it does feel very nice. So again, does have a great sound and feel to it, but again, it is heavy, so if you're going to be traveling with it, keep that in mind. Next, we're going to go ahead and check out the sound meter, and we're going to see just how loud those clickety-clacks are. Go ahead and tap a few of these keys around with the sound meter in front of it, and we're getting about a 55 to close to 60 on the decibel level. A lot of them are a little bit quieter, so we're coming a little bit under what we mostly see on some of these keyboards in that 55 range. Now, if you start tapping some of these louder ones, you're going to be getting up towards the 60s and higher, but that also is the sound meter right next to it. But some of these extra keys on the side are very silent. Again, that gasket mount for some of these things are really nice. But overall, that is the Redragon UCAL Pro Anime Edition keyboard. If you guys want to check it out, links will be down in the description. And of course, if you do buy it, it does help support the channel, and Redragon really does love to see that coming from us. But let me know if you have any questions about it in the comments down below. If I didn't cover anything here or show something specific, I will absolutely check it out and let you know and get back to you. But this is a fantastic keyboard. I love it. Love the sound. I love the way these anime keyboards look. I'm hoping maybe Redragon. Maybe they'll do some short films with these anime characters, maybe a little something for the promotional material. I've told them that they need to do that because these anime designs look great, and I think that'd be some great promo material. And I think we all can use a good anime, but we'll see how that goes. We'll see if they like it. But if you guys, again, need me for anything, I'm always available in the comments. And until next time, I'll see you on the next one.